Hello and welcome back. Today I've got something a little bit different for you. It's called Dead Secret. That's a little noisy crow over there. I saw this on Steam a couple days ago and it looked kind of interesting. It's a little bit of a, I guess, a detective type, you gotta solve a case basically. You're a reporter that there's a murder that took place and that's about all I know. I haven't, this is the first go around, so let's get started. If you notice up at the top, it's in windowed mode. You can't play it in full screen for some reason, so hopefully
Harris
that
Bullard was found dead in his study 5 days
isn't too big
ago.
of an issue.
Nobody believes me, but I think he was murdered. This house in the middle of nowhere holds the secret. There's a story hiding here, and I'm going to cover it. If I'm right, there are 4 major suspects. Graham Wellington, Josie Herrera, Cynthia Peckman, Bobby Sawyer. I'm not leaving until I find out what happened.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was the former colleague. I don't know, he just looks suspicious to me for some reason. Sure aren't wasting any time selling off Bullard's stuff. So it's a point and click. You can't move. Let me get used to the controls here a little bit. So we're going to walk over to this table here. A small parcel tied tightly with twine. I can't open it with my bare hands. So apparently I need to find either scissors or... Okay. Oh, a key. A small key, in fact. Objectives: investigate the crime scene. That's what I'm doing. Nothing in that drawer. So let me look at this here. A reclusive professor found dead in home. Harris Bullard, a retired college teacher, was found dead in his home Monday. The body was discovered by Bobby Sawyer, who worked part-time for Bullard, running odd jobs. A police investigation has concluded that Bullard died of natural causes. He was 63. Bullard moved into his home on Rampo Way several years ago, but was rarely seen about town. He was a private and reclusive man who seemed to have few friends. Bullard raised eyebrows last year when a former student, a pretty young woman named Josie Herrera, moved in with him. Bullard's will, written in 1957. So this is 1965. That's if this guy is retired, he's obviously 60s. And having a young woman move in with him it's pretty risque back then. Anyway, leaves his entire estate to his ex-wife, Cynthia Peckman. Peckman will reportedly sell the house and its contents immediately. Harris was a genius in his discipline, said Graham Wellington, a former colleague. The field of neuroscience is considerably poor without him. Okay. Retired reclusive, found dead in his study. Police ruled death natural. Bobby Sawyer ran errands for Bullard, and he's the one that found the body. Josie Herrera, Bullard's live-in assistant. Cynthia Peckman, his ex-wife, inheritor of Bullard's estate, and Graham Wellington, his former colleague of Bullard. Yeah, he looks shifty. Those eyes, I don't know. So that is obviously me. She seems to apparently have a broken arm, broken wrist, something. I don't know what's up with the it looks like Japanese. I'm assuming it is. I don't know, maybe somebody who speaks Japanese could read that. I obviously can't. I'm assuming that's Japanese. I don't know why there's Japanese. It looks like stickers all over the door. That's kind of interesting. So that's the crime scene through there, so I guess... Okay. Small key unlocked the door. And here's his study. There's the infamous chalk outline. And there's a door that just opened up on its own. That's a little weird. There's a note right there, apparently. The Snow Woman. Adapted from an original translation by Lafcadio Hearn. An old man and his son climbed a mountain to collect firewood. It began to snow heavily, and unable to make it back home, they decided to pass the night in a small hut. In the middle of the night, the young man awoke to see that the door had blown open, kind of like that little door behind me. A tall woman with long hair and a white kimono was leaning over his father, blowing her breath upon him. When she saw that the son was awake, she said, "You are a handsome young man, so I will let you live. But if you ever speak of this to anyone, your life shall be forfeit." Okay. We got a whole manuscript here. In the morning, the young man found his father frozen and dead. He climbed down the mountain alone and never spoke of the episode. A year later, he met and married a young, beautiful girl. They had children together and were happy, but the night of his father's death still weighed heavily on his mind. One night, after having a bit too much to drink, the man told his wife about his encounter with the Snow Woman. She was furious. "You promised not to tell," she screamed. And before his eyes she became the tall woman with long black hair and a white kimono. "If it were not for our children, I would end your life right here and now." Oh, not right here. Here and now. "I will spare you for their sake, but if anything ever happens to them, you shall pay the price." And with that, she melted into the wind and was gone. That's interesting. He seems to be a... So yeah, I'm assuming that stuff is Japanese because of all this stuff here. One is missing. Some dictionaries. Okay. Okay, same old stuff probably. Let's check out the globe here. Nice and squeaky. Somebody needs some WD-40. Issues of the Journal of Psychology and a bunch of medical books with names I can't pronounce. What is that thing? We got X marks the spot up here. It looks like a butterfly. And that would be... That's Japan, somewhere in Japan. Southern side of... I'm not familiar with Japan's, the islands, so no dial tone. Let me walk over here. What is that? North. Paper is so far into the feeder that I can't pull it out. Huh? I'm sure all the women back in the early 2000s would probably see that. That got tattoos on their arms, and well, guys did it too. But I see a lot of women with Japanese writing on their, tattoos. Kind of, I don't know, just an observation. I think this is called a banker's lamp. We got another note. Joe. Something's after me. It's creeping around the house, trying to get in. I'm sure of it. I heard footsteps outside and creaking on the roof. It's not safe here. I've taken the ideofocal lenses from their normal location and hidden them in my study. I've sent you a package that you'll know what to do with. Check the map for the mask. As usual, X marks the spot. Harris. P.S. The sequence is west, east, north. Okay. Very suspicious. This will be a great look. This will be a great hook for my opening paragraph. Oh, there's the lens that I'm looking for. I'm assuming. Nothing in there. Another note. Harris Bullard, I am woodcutter. Your past has caught up with you. It is over. That sounds a little threatening. Oh, scissors. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Let me close these real quick so I don't look like I'm disturbing the crime scene any. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here or not, tell you the truth. There's something poking out of the couch there. Page from the manuscript. The man who could see with his skin. In 1926, I met a man who could see with his skin. That's kind of disgusting. His eyes were sealed with wax and bandaged, yet he remained aware of the room around him. We held up signs which he read, and fingers which he counted, even when we stood behind him. After the performance, I gave him $200 for the secret. He explained that he could see as long as some part of his skin remained exposed to the air. He described it as a shift in the wind or a slight breeze on his face, the subtle motion of the hair on his arms. After years of focus and practice, he had developed the ability to form a mental image of his surroundings based only on these slight sensations. This man had achieved a form of ideofocus. Granted, he only had access to a very narrow range of sensory information, but the result was powerful. I immediately resolved to discover the secret of his ability. Now, almost 4 decades later, I am very close. Eyeless Joe found dead in a hotel. Weird. Okay. Oh. Anything else? Nope. Can't click on that. It's just an end table. Oh, record player. Okay. Well, that's kind of creepy there. Can I close the thing? There we go. Yeah. That looks like basically a painting of the house. No, that's true. No trees, no nothing. Let's take a look at some books here again. Anything up there? Nope. I can't walk over there to see around the corner. I'm assuming there's the other side. I don't know if, no, I can't even escape like to open up a inventory or anything. Oh, it's from Southern. I can't read that. It's too blurry. Obviously degrees, like it says. Locked from the other side. There's no keyhole. Okay, that means I'm going the other direction, I guess. What the heck is that? Oh crap. Okay, that sounded like something up on the roof. Sort of, I guess. Oh, jeez. Okay. I was gonna turn around. Okay. So, there's a little bit of a fear factor going on here. Maybe this was sent from downtown Gove. Okay, so I have to right click, scissors. There we go. It's an old book. It says Kwaidan on the cover. Kwaidan. Whatever that means. The author is Lafcadio Hearn, the same author as what was in the other ones. So now I got an old book carrying around. So that was apparently, Anyway, I wonder if I can put that... Oh. I didn't notice the masks on the wall before. I don't know if those were there or not. I can maybe put this book back. Something is hitting it. Okay. That's interesting. So an old test pattern there, which on a TV that wasn't working before. Yeah, that's a little weird. Okay. Still no record. Let me take a look at these masks. I don't know if that's something or not. Why is this one? Yeah, I'm assuming they're Japanese. There's obviously some kind of Asian descent to the look of them, except for this one. Obviously, that's the devil, or Satan, or Beelzebub, or whatever else you call them. Why did I stop there? I wanted to walk over here. Keep walking. I guess this is the next logical choice. Oh. Well, that's where I've been the whole time. There must be something else in here that's of interest. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe go back to the map and look at it with the glass. I'm just guessing here. I don't know. Yeah. Wooden wedge. What is... Oh, okay. That makes sense. Maybe I need to grab that thing. I don't know if it'll let me. No. Maybe if I spin this around to Japan. And there we go. Oh, that's interesting. Did that open the door? Oh no, it opened this. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. East. What was it? East, west. That's the symbol for north. Which is that one right there. What did that piece of paper say? What was it in? Anybody remember? Anybody? Maybe it's... Okay. Collect the documents. Miscellaneous. Notes to Joe. That's what it was. West, east, north. Okay. West, east, north. So if this is north, that's west, and that's east. That was... Okay. West, east, north. There we go. Oh, nice. That is creepy looking, whatever it is. That's like Silence of the Lambs type. Oh, this is weird. Oh, crap. Yeah. That was... Okay. Still locked. Can I put them on at any time? That's the... Let me look here. He's gone now. That's good. Okay, the X is gone on the map when you look at them like that. I wonder if... X marks the spot, but what does it mark? I'm not seeing anything different there. His diplomas look different, from each other at least. I'm not sure why. Obviously it wants me to look at that. Because there was a little something going on there. Why? The thing is I can't click on it to look at it. Maybe I can touch that spot afterwards. There we go. Oh, okay. Josie, if you're reading this note, then something must have happened to me. I may be dead or missing. If so, you're the only person who can save our research. The truth is that I'm being threatened. It started before I left the college. I get notes every few months from somebody calling himself Woodcutter. What he wants is access to our research. He wants me to turn over our plans for the lunar dream apparatus. Josie, my life is in danger. Woodcutter knows things. Secret things about my past that nobody should know. I'll not yield to simple blackmail, but lately, the threats have escalated. I'm sure that I'm being watched at the house. I sometimes hear things on the other side of the wall. Yesterday, with the mask on, I thought I saw somebody reaching for me. It's a warning from my subconscious. I'm no longer safe here. I've locked our research away in the safe upstairs. I want you to retrieve it and leave. Destroy everything before you go. Burn the house down if you have to. Just get the research and get out of here. Head for a big city where it's easy to hide. I'm counting on you, Joe. Don't let our work fall into their hands. Harris. Blackmailed by Woodcutter. Yeah, that's not the primary suspect. The guy wouldn't be doing that. Ordered by Bullard to destroy their research and split. Whatever Bullard was mixed up in, I bet there's evidence in that safe. Okay. So apparently now I can go upstairs. Definitely fishy. Better stop and review my notes. Okay. Harris Bullard's body was found by Cynthia Peckman, Bobby Sawyer. Bobby ran odd jobs for Bullard. Could he have done it? He certainly had the opportunity. Highly doubtful. He looks like a kid. Bullard was scared. He worried about losing his secret research, his money, his friends, or his home. Definitely his research. Blackmail. I knew this would be a scoop. Somebody wanted Bullard's research. He must have been killed for it. Bullard was being blackmailed by the Snow Woman, Lafcadio O'Hearn, Woodcutter, or Anonymous. Well, obviously Woodcutter. What is that supposed to mean? This is kind of juicy detail I came here to find. Sell this story, I need some real evidence. Let's go check out that upstairs safe. Well, hopefully, when I open this door, something doesn't frickin' jump out at me. I don't know if you can die in this or not. I'm assuming you probably can't, but I don't know. I don't like these games all that much sometimes. They, you know, I'm not scared or anything like that, but oh, there was a shadow that walked in front of me there. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. If you didn't, you might want to watch that back. Left or right? Well, I'm left-handed. And the music's getting stronger here for some reason, so I'm going to go left. And nothing is in here. So, that's good. Let's check this out real quick. Oh, South Vietnam. Jeez. A Medal of Honor winner from Kansas said today the helicopter may win the war in South Vietnam. Marine Major Douglas Big Tom Thompson, 39, of Fortuna, won the nation's highest military award during World War II, manning a bazooka in Iwo Jima. Major Thompson is attached to the Marine Helicopter Squadron operating along the coast and northern border of South Vietnam. This is right at the beginning, basically. Well, a couple years in, basically. South Vietnam, sorry. Thompson's father lives in Wichita, Kansas. As a leatherneck, Thompson destroyed 16 Japanese strongpoints and killed 75 Japanese on Iwo Jima in 1945. That's definitely a reason to win the Medal of Honor. He is the only Medal of Honor winner currently serving in Vietnam. The most effective weapon the Viet Cong use is terror. The big pipe-smoking Marine said, the most effective one against them is the helicopter. There's something, obviously. What do we have here? Dear Diary, today is an anniversary. It was 5 years ago today that I found Dad's name on an old research paper at the U of C. He had written it in 1933, 8 years before I was born. I didn't know he had gone to college. I had never really thought about his life. He was just a name on my birth certificate. Dad ran out on Mama after the war. He had gone off to fight and just never came back. When he stopped writing, Mama thought he had been killed. I remember her crying at the kitchen table. The war ended. Life went on. Mama died without ever finding out what had happened to him. I used to hate him. Hated the idea of him. Hated my mother a little bit, too. I figured Dad was just a deadbeat who ditched Mama because he didn't want a kid. But when I found his name in the library, something changed. I couldn't stop thinking about him. Deadbeat dads don't study physics, do they? What is he doing now? What does he look like? Is he married to somebody else? I traced him here to Kansas, but finding him is taking longer than I had expected. So is this guy... Oh. Is this her dad? A little interesting. Oh, so this is Josie's room. Okay. There we go. There's a handprint there. That's kind of interesting. That's like pulsing. Okay. Oh, that's weird.
It might say reporter on my desk, but I spend most of my time at the Standard making coffee for my editor. I'm tired of writing the gossip column. This story is my shot at the big leagues. When I prove that Bullard was murdered, all the big papers will come calling. I'll finally escape this backwater town. This is it. The chance I've been waiting for.
Alrighty. Well, it doesn't look like I can open this, maybe? I don't know. But, We're going to have to do that in the next episode. So, appreciate you guys hanging out, watching a little bit of Dead Secret. And leave a comment and a like if you want to continue seeing it. And we shall see you next time.